Testing my audio. Okay, the audio seems to be good. So, welcome to the reading for the Pulse of One. So let us go ahead and get started. I am going to shuffle the cards and then we shall get started. Hello, Dee. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hello, Jano. How are you? Hello, Shorty. Okay, that full moon in Libra is definitely making its appearance known here. We have the 5th house, the 1st house, Uranus, and of course, Libra. Leo energy, so your light will be on the board for discussion today. And of course, home with this new moon in Libra, or full moon in Libra, excuse me. One moment, please. I am going to, probably shouldn't go that way. Excuse me. Okay. Unprepared as usual. How are you guys doing in this energy shift? Handling well? Divine masculine and feminine energy with nourish. Okay. I may not read all of these cards, but I'm getting a pull to push them out, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'll hit what's pertinent. One moment, please. One moment, please. All right, so Dee says I've been feeling down lately during this energy shift. Don't know if circumstances around me or just the energy overall. Exhaustion and tiredness is definitely like part of the energy. Some depth is coming up. So I'm not surprised at all. You're right on track energetically. Jano says it's been okay, but her brother is against the relationship and she isn't sure what to do as he has some financial sway. Understandable. Worth and financial is something else that is also right on track of the energy. Okay, it's saying go ahead and just throw. Okay, it looks pretty good. I mean, we're dealing with some heartbreak, some sort of pain and things coming up. As you can see, the Three of Swords is here, which might be why you're feeling this sort of emotional turbulence. So I want to start off with, on the board, discussing this full moon in Libra that's coming up, because it seems to be pretty apparent on the energy here. What does this energy bring pertinence to for you? Well, I feel like you're getting some sort of realization or understanding, some truth here. There is this newness that's on the board for you, each and every one of you. This new energy, this future, this sort of expansion with something created here, whether you was expecting it or not. And it feels as if one moment. It feels like the key is here. For sure on the board within you. How do we partner with this creation that we now have? What does this future now look like? Is this coming from a place of love, from the heart purely speaking here? Are we looking at a situation where there could be almost a duality or a separation within understanding or possible roots here? With Cancer here, something within the home feels turbulent, or within you, or within the person that you're dealing with here. Something's uneasy, and the future's uncertain. I feel like there's something here where you don't have all of sort of the understanding or the information. I definitely feel a separation within sense of self here. Person you're dealing with, emotion, home, roots. There's transformation going on here, massive transformation. There seems to be this impedance to expansion at present because of the lack of sort of clarity here that you are not having. Okay? I feel like there's an urge to change something, to move something here. For some of you, you're not sure what way, or it could be someone you're dealing with. I'm going to keep you the focus of this reading, though, because it gets too confusing. You just take what is applicable for you. There is a balance here within like the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, okay, within you, I feel like. And you've really been working hard to sort of purge out or allow this transformation to occur within your sense of self. What is worth? What is, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to your relationships? This also has a tie to an activation of fire within home or ancestry, or feeling the need to create movement here. Okay, maybe some of you want to transform a home situation where there's a fire sort of activated here. Okay. And for some of you, you are purging and releasing things within you as you proceed forward to embody this future that you have brought to manifestation here at fruition. Trying to explain it the best way that I can, energetically speaking. I apologize if there's any confusion. But there's this realization here within the energy, sort of like this key to the new. It's almost like you know what the new is going to sort of be. Now, the parameters in which this newness is expanding is still unknown from the day to day, right? It's still sort of unknown. There's a lack of knowing fully what is going to embody like or be like. But I feel like, you know, there is sort of this newness to like what the legacy will be, what the title will be, what we call this sort of manifested energy, whether it's a job, a family name, surname changing, whether it's a relationship and sort of becoming like 2 to 1, right? So the key to the new, I feel like, is in this Ace of Pentacles here. The key to the new is how you're contributing to a situation, how we're bringing things to fruition, how we're manifesting, and understanding where that comes from, right? And how to transform or how to work with the energy. Some of you have really overcome the situation of feeling like not good enough, okay? And some of you've really worked on what you have viewed as a vulnerability previous to this period in time, energetically speaking. You're seeing it as a strength of power, okay? You're being vulnerable, in other words. You're showing your true colors shining through. Okay, true colors of love, compassion, heart, doing things from an energy of love, compassion, and heart. This is the driving mechanism, energetically speaking. You're viewing your vulnerability as strength. Okay? Some of you are starting to see that your creativity, okay, is definitely driven by something within you here. Your need to connect, enter into a romance, it's activated within you right now. So let me sit with this for just a second. I heard your transformational home, inner world, as within so without, what is within creates your outside. So I heard your transformational home, your transformational ancestry, your transformational inward energy is equivalent to creative strength or creative happiness, creative connection, harmonious energy, and unity here. Some of you, I want to say that your unconscious, intuitive energy here is equivalent to the embodiment of the authentic self, because we have Libra and we have the first here. Okay, so I feel like you've been doing a lot of work when it comes to these subconscious things, the things that are happening under the surface, behind closed doors within you, to be the truest form of authenticity of self, okay? Embodying who you really are. So we're embodying who we really are within, because what's within grows outwardly as authentic self, but it's coming from this vulnerability or this ability to lean into this vulnerability and not hide it, but use it as your greatest asset. Okay? A lot of you are in the energy where you're sharing happiness, love with those around you, whether it be in the day-to-day or, you know, people who are falling on difficult inward times here, you know, falling on harsh, difficult times and need assistance. Some of you are emitting wisdom day to day in your daily life. Important. Some of you are emitting blessings to those in which you energetically share with, all that touch you. And some of you are doing this by sharing this depth within you, something you see that no one else sees here. So we're creating a network of love, of spreading blessings, sharing blessings, and of course this depth within you, right? This unity of love, the light, who we are around energetically in our day-to-day, within the home, within our sense of self, and within legacy and public here. There's a covenant of balance, a balance that leads to the future, balance that leads to authenticity of self, embodiment energetically. There's a need for sort of clarity here, as you can see. Understanding, balance mentally. Towards future energy here. It's where the wheel of fortune is, where the expansion, where the new begins. And there is a cross in the timeline of energy. Some of you may already be actively in this, and maybe you are actively in an expansion period. Maybe you've already received this clarity. Some of you have rested because you knew something big was coming here. You've cleared things out, you've rested, you have worked on achieving mental clarity and balance, or really felt uncomfortable when it comes to understanding something here, or uncomfortable within home or within your sense of self, or you've worked through some difficulties trying to transform or transmute this energy. Another energy I'm seeing here is you know, really balancing out or weighing what it is that you contribute, what it is that brings you security, what's worth sharing and what's worth keeping too close to your heart. And partnerships tend to be something that's coming up in the energy. Also, if you're giving more than you are receiving, if there's reciprocity. Some of you have realized that something has brought a lot of mental unrest to you or mental imbalance to you, whether it's just someone refusing to give you the clarity or truth that you seek. Someone has made it difficult for you to rest as well or pull back your energy. There is a bit of tiredness here that I feel in the energy. But you don't have all of the information here to proceed forward. So it's like some of you are just really kind of sitting in the energy of not knowing which way to go, right? You know the future is upon you. And I don't feel like it's going to be predictable with Uranus here. It is not. The way in which you think something's going to go, it's going to be a little different. It doesn't mean non-existent. It just simply means different. It's taking on a new form, something that you've manifested here. I feel like some of you are very uncomfortable in this lack of understanding. You feel the need to move, but you don't have all of what you need to make an appropriate decision. Some of you are uncomfortable in your home. So I don't know if there's just some turmoil or strife going on within you, where you're doing this sort of clearing out of the past traumas, shadow work, or if you're uncomfortable within your home or where you're living and you're thinking about moving, or you're thinking about clearing some things out because of energetic like influence here, remnant. Understanding and defining what is home to you. What does that mean? What determines home? Is home where the heart is? And there's some uncomfortable energy in between here because I feel like there is, like, some of you are in a transformational period, but there is a lack of expansion yet to be seen. It's almost as if someone is holding you back. I'm not saying someone is holding you back, but it's like you can't proceed forward. And I feel like it's the lack of knowing or the lack of understanding or clarity here. We're not sure how this is going to go because there's still information that needs to be relayed here, right? And for some of you, it could specifically be with partnership. Okay. For some of you, it's simply a lack of creating communication. Maybe someone isn't communicating clearly to you, or there's some deception within what they do communicate. And it may not be intentional. They may not have the clarity themselves. It's tending to seem like no one really knows as of right now how this energy is going to impact. We just know that it is here. And for some of you, it will simply be movement that will transmute the energy. You're trying to get happiness in your heart here, within your home, within yourself, and there's work actively being done right here. Remember the mirror, though. It's actively also on the mirror reflection, bringing to fruition simultaneously. It's duality because it is the same but at a different degree. That's why it's so unpredictable here, even though it is sort of this mirroring of the energy. So what do I see? I see you coming in and balancing this energy the best way you know how, because there's an energy where there's imbalance, or it feels very sudden or uncomfortable at home within you. It's something's not sitting well with you. Something doesn't feel nourishing right now. It doesn't feel balanced, and you may be feeling extremely sensitive. Maybe there is an amplification of sort of this sensitivity within your energy right now. It's making things feel grander, sort of. So I see you bringing in balance because of this, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but that's precisely what it feels like. For some of you, there's an unsettledness within the mind, understanding within home, within, the heart. Not in a bad way. It's just things are starting to reveal themselves slowly but surely. Body, spirit, and soul. So I feel like with this understanding that's coming in energetically, or bringing balance, or balancing the scales is what I keep hearing. Balance, balance, balance. So there's going to be balance brought in, because you will start to understand this future goals, this future that you've brought to fruition. Slowly but surely it will reveal itself, and it will be in the way of the universe, God, allowing the expansion, allowing the blessings, the doors to open. Now for some of you, you could simply access a door in this healing that you was unaware was there. You see the importanteness of rest. Okay? It's necessary. And a true temperance and balance on how you contribute to situations, the world, your work, the people in your life. Okay? So you've had this energy of mental conflict. We have had mental conflict. Are we in the right place? Do we need to look at this differently? What if it does look different? These are questions that will come up for you. Because you see there's a conflict here with what you should share. Hmm. And that sharing, and if it's going to be sort of this conflictual thing to this future that you have envisioned, it really feels like a creation here. So this creation could be a manifested love relationship. It could be a partnership. It could be a job. It could be contribution to the world. It could be a creative endeavor. It could be your children. You're going to have to take what applies here. Hmm. So I was getting pivot before, and I feel like this pivot again because Uranus is going to request that you pivot. You're able to pivot in this energy. So how are we going to pivot? I feel like home, children, creativity, love. Rest and compassion. Jupiter is expanding this energy. Why do we need rest? If we're emotionally overwhelmed, we need rest. That will help recalibrate the creative flow, the heart, bring balance to the inner world, the home. Why do we care about that? Because what's within us, as within, so without. Hope and the future. With understanding. Again, I want to say I'm getting the Chiron energy from a couple of years back. Authentic identity equals authentic partnerships, okay? So I want to say that because I'm feeling prompted to do so. Something doesn't fit. It's something doesn't fit in this energy. Now, for some of you, it could be because we are not leading with love here. What do I mean? You're not doing what your heart really wants. I'm not saying that's for all of you. Maybe someone in your energy is holding back. That I feel like some of us are holding back and what we know needs to be done. And I feel like there will be action created, if not now, till up until this full moon in Libra here. It's going to reveal the desire of the heart. It's going to reveal the love, the heart, and the reason why we do what we do. And some of you have went through this, what is worth? It's not parameters, it's not measurable. Sometimes what we provide is unmeasurable. It's compassion. It's the wisdom of unity. We share our heart and our love to those around us. And for even some of you, you could be home to those around you, you know. But there is this really deep vulnerability here energetically that I want to speak on. We want to share deeply our sense of self here with someone or something, a cause. You know, we want an authentic partnership and an authenticity in our world here that we can truly share with. Interestingly enough, I'm also getting with this scorpionic energy here that we all come from the same ancestry. And that means thus we share the same future. The future belongs to no one and everyone at the same time. It's that duality of the energetic frequency. And that's the reason I think you pump love into your surroundings. We pump love into our surroundings and into the future. And I feel like for some of you, you've become sort of this beacon to the future, hope here, or this blessing or optimism, beacon of blessing and optimism here. Understanding, or bringing understanding to those that lack understanding. Bringing love to those that lack love. And of course, this transformational energy. So, sort of this beacon of transformational energy. And what you're saying is that we all share legacy. Ace of Pentacles. We all share legacy. And we all share the legacy of the ancestors. We are all the legacy of home. Again, I heard as within, so without. What is within you grows. And you're seeing this differently now with this information, because how you contribute to the world or contribute to situations are now shifting. There's an awareness, a wisdom, a blessing, almost a truth here. But the adjustment is coming from inside here. This is where the adjustment is coming. It's within you. From compassion, from love, from heart, from home, from inwardly, from ancestry, from understanding. So basically what the truth is here is that we're all connected through our ancestors. And it's this very understanding that helps you to see something that you need, and also that the future belongs to everyone and no one at the same time. Borrowed, even, I heard. And that the only way to a true future is sharing the heart, sharing yourself. Because why? Because we share the ancestors. We share God in our hearts, within us. And this is where the worth and security is coming in. We are home. So there's this transformative energy towards this future here, like I said, that belongs to everyone and no one at the same time. And the future that we share is the same as the ancestors that we share. You know what this really feels like to me as well? It feels like we've been sort of in this underworld of ancestry, of home, of roots, of like inwardly. And within there, we found this door. The door to love. The door to wisdom and truth and blessing. But in that door, we also found we're all connected through the ancestors by God in our hearts. And for some of you, it's been mirrored through partnerships, through home situations, through, situations that you're doing here. It's like you understand it differently now. Home is where the heart is. I just seen Cancer and Leo. Home is where the heart is. So where is your heart? Are we leading with the heart? Are we creating from the heart? Because if not, you will never find home, because home is where the heart is. So there will be some understanding and sudden revelation here at some point with what defines home, what defines security, safety. What do you need in order to grow within the legacy of our ancestors, to grow within the legacy of God? And I feel like for some of you, you become the revolution or the revolutionary dream, the revolutionary future, right? You're embodying this energy, and this has come through. You become the revolution of sharing self. You become the revolution of, the heart and love, and the love. I brought this up in another reading, that the heart is God's technology, and it's a shared technology that belongs to all of us. It belongs to our ancestors. and it belongs to the ancestry of evolution. And I think this is what's becoming clear. Wow. Okay. I heard the chains of the past are broken at last. That was coming through in a reading as well. So there will be some looking upon what is your future home? What does your future look like? What does, we don't have to be so overly attached to something, but we can have hopes, dreams, and aspirations. That may look a little different, but finding rest when we need it, listening to our body. Creation takes a lot out of you. And this understanding changes how we contribute. It changes how we share ourselves. It changes how we love. It changes us. I just heard the fortress. Your secret grace in a public place. That was in another reading. You're the Enigma. So, you are the Enigma. The one who brings unity, the one who brings the understanding, the wisdom, the love, the home, the understanding of the ancestors, the understanding of the future. I just heard to understand where you will go, you have to understand where you come from. I heard 33 UniAllity. There could be something for the 33 line which is pertinent to you. So I don't know who that's for, but the 33 line has some sort of significance. And what I'm meaning by that, Genesis, I just heard Genesis. The 33 line is where something starts for you. So I heard North Carolina. Some of you guys are going to take a leap, to jump, to do something here, to make a move. But you're being cautious that it's coming from a sense of soul and not any other definitive reason. It's coming from the heart and understanding the heart. I hit it. But understanding the heart, right? It's funny how that stuff happens like that. Anyways. Some of you see the doors opening clearly, the green lights where one needs to proceed forward, right? So you're moving towards truth. That's what's creating the action. Towards health, towards truth, towards love, towards home. And some of you feel very divinely guided here as you move forward. It's like bridging that logic and intuition, spirituality, right? Like feeling led to make a move and doing that, and not fully logically coming to an understanding, receiving information in a different way, like from the heart. right here. And I feel like you have energy here that's willing to provide netting. I don't know any other way to think of it. Okay, I'm getting this channeling of like this yellow spider. So luck, prosperity. So where you're moving, it may be providing a safety net. I'm seeing like a yellow golden web almost. Something catches you and saves you if necessary. So you're protected as you proceed forward as long as you're moving with the heart. With this heart technology, the ancestors within your heart, God within your heart. Massive like new existence in your energy here. I see the dove of peace and celebration. They're standing underneath the 4 pillars here. So truly happiness and stability and sort of celebrating the growth of something, the life force of something, but with a sense of peace. Potentially for some of you because of a release here, breaking of the chains within. But I feel like it's going to require like work. Okay. Definitely in order to bring this to fruition here. But you will be very prosperous in this flow of energy or whatever this is that you've manifested if you are willing to create balance, listen to your heart, be heart-led, let your heart lead the way towards this future, right? Firmly, some of you could be very emotional right now. It feels a lot. Okay. I just heard again, home is where the heart is. I just heard God is within the heart, ancestors are within the heart, and the heart is the true essence of creation. Love is the true essence of creation. So worth, love, self-embodiment of this energy. There's like this expansion of creativity here. Feels a little bit later in the energy. Expansion of creativity and the energy of love. Something's coming up from the soil that you planted, right? Something's growing here. Who you are is becoming fully embodied. Your heart is becoming fully energetically there, full fruition. Let's say that. Your worth is coming up fully fruition. For some of you, I want to say this: you realize that your light was never meant to be hidden. I feel like it just looks a little different now. I'm trying to find the right words. Okay, so I'm getting pulled back here. So I want to just say a couple more things and then I will release you. Worth comes from true heart and love and compassion, and that is who you truly are inside. That is your connection inside, and what is within you grows, as within so without. And I'm hearing that saying of what I said last reading: the shadows of March have all slipped away. Our light is now leading the way. From the roots of the home to the words that we speak, April brings forth our beacon of light they all seek. Okay? You are in this Enigma energy. Enigma energy must be cautious because the influence of those around them is great. This is why authenticity of self is so important. True self. Okay? We must understand that something that is uncomfortable is so that we pivot, because the dream is not dead. It just is different. It's taken on a new form, a new light. A suggestion: if you can, travel to the 33 line. It may help you. Maybe for a short vacation or trip or something like that. And also, I just want to say the pulse of one. This is about unity, okay? And that's what I got for you guys. So hopefully this helped you. Let me know if it did. I know there was a little bit more channeling in this, but thank you for being patient with me as I express and share my abilities with you. You know, I love you guys very much, and I know these energies are turbulent and difficult. And it's even more difficult when there is a lack of clarity. But each of you will get this clarity revealed to you in the way that it needs to be specifically for you. I love you guys, and just know that even though it feels uncomfortable, it is necessary in order for you to be able to do something a little different here, to see the difference in something, okay? And remember, you're divinely guided and protected. Just listen to your heart. That's what's going to lead you in the right future. It's going to lead you to the right hope, the right aspirations, and the right goals. Okay? I love you guys, and until I see you again, transcend. Peace.